Well, this market wants higher prices. We're continuing higher today. This is the S&P 500 looking at the SPYs. Sure, we're still between these blue grayish bars that indicate the channel going nowhere, just kind of chopping sideways. Sure, we're doing that on decreasing volume as indicating by this descending trend line. But we did close above this yellow line, which indicates the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, indicating that typically when you do that, it wants to come back and retest these highs. Now, here's where it becomes tricky. When it retests these highs, it's got to do it on greater than 85 million. If it does that, we're off to the races. Everybody's happy. But if it's less than that, we risk rolling back over like we did already. We risk repeating the same thing. So we want to make sure we approach that on volume. We'll see how that plays out. Same thing with the QQQs. Broke above this 0.618 and it wants to come back and retest these highs. Question is, will it take it out on greater than 67 million, or just will it tap it and turn around and roll back over like we did before? Only time will tell. We'll wait and see. What do you want to be in right now? Well, I'll tell you what we're in. We like Apple, right? Apple is a clean breakout. You want to be in stocks where there's nothing but blue skies to the left, right? There's nothing to go up against or fight up against in terms of prior resistance or volume. This is clear blue skies right here. Apple wants pull back today a little bit on lighter volume, as you can see here. But Apple wants the 305 area. Looks good. Google retracing a little bit after a nice run, but it has already broken out. It wants the 347 area, so that's a great one to hold. Goldman Sachs, kind of our favorite one right now. This one broke out whatever day this was, broke out on in mid-November. When it took this at the price on volume. Now we don't need volume anymore. It's going to 1125 as a projected price move, the Gartley pattern price move. So 1125, that's a nice move, right? You want to be in that. Other stocks you could look at, like whether it's your Nvidias, Teslas, Microsoft, Amazons, they're just trading sideways, just chop sideways. Look at Microsoft, just chop sideways. Look at Amazon, just chop sideways. These aren't ready, they're just setting up. One that we really like on the downside is really cool is Iren. I have no idea what they do, but you look at Iren and it wants lower price. And you can do this math yourself, and it wants a $13 area-ish. And I'll tell you how you get to that number. This is the ABC Gartley pattern process. You take the high of this bar right here, which I'll just say 77 bucks, the 76.87, subtract the low here of 39.50, just rounding it off, and subtract that from whatever that number is, that when between those two, when you subtract that number from the high, then you would subtract that number from the 51.50. That takes you down to about 13 bucks. So this thing is heading downtown. What's interesting is we have the volume so far in the week. We have to do more than 226 million this week and break it at more than 226 million. Now through 3 days, Wednesday, we are getting close. We're on track to have the volume. Will we break it? Time will tell. So anyway, be careful with what you do. Sure, we're choppy. We're kind of moving around here, but this market still wants to go up and test the highs. So we are long, and but also cautiously long. So we'll see what happens. We're coming into the greatest time of year in terms of stock market. So typically, seasonally, it'll run into the end of the year, the typical Santa Claus rally, etc. And I expect that'll happen. We may see new all-time highs by the end of the year. So watch your stops. And if there's any question you have about anything you want us to look at in terms of a stock or a chart, I'd be happy to do that. If not, trade them well, and we'll talk soon.